Hi everyone, welcome to Monica's Singapore Kitchen. Today I'll be cooking mother sambal or ibu sambal in Malay. This is a base chili paste which is very versatile. When combined with various other spices and aromatics, a wide array of specific sambal types and various curry dishes can be created. It serves as a convenient foundation, allowing cooks to quickly develop different flavor profiles as needed. Come along with me to see how this is prepared. This is the dried chili, the broader, fatter variety. I use this variety because it is less spicy than the skinny, crinkly variety. It is also easier to remove the seeds from the broader variety. So cut the chilies into smaller pieces and put them inside a colander. Scrunch the chili pieces to remove the seeds. You can see that there are many seeds that you can separate from the main chili. So do the same for the other parts of the dried chili, the other half of the dried chili, and you can see that there are lots and lots of seeds that can be separated in this way. So the next thing we need to do is to then soak it in hot water for 2 hours. The longer you soak it, the softer it becomes, making it easier to blend into a smooth paste. You can also soak it overnight. After soaking, you can also remove more seeds so that it is less spicy. So the things that we need to cut to make our spice paste will be the Bombay onions, just roughly chopped it, yeah? No need to chop it until beautifully because anyway, we're going to blend it, right? So then the next thing we need to chop will be our ginger. Just cut it into thin pieces like so. So this is the garlic cloves, also roughly chopped. It's for making our spice paste. So this is a medium-sized Bombay onion. We cut it into slivers like so. This will be added at the end of our cooking sambal process. So then we just need to separate the leaves to ensure even cooking. This is gula melaka cylinder or brown sugar cylinder. Each cylinder weighs approximately 30 grams. So we need to shave it into smaller pieces so that it melts faster during cooking. If you do not have gula melaka, just substitute it with white sugar in a 1:1 substitution ratio. Alright, now we are ready to blend our spice paste. So we have got our soaked dried chilies. So put it into the blender, add a bit of water to help with the blending process. So our plan is to blend it until it's smooth, silky, creamy, and very fine. So the consistency is something like this. So continue to blend the other half of the chilies. So you should get this amount. So whenever I make this sambal, I like to make a big batch so that my family can enjoy it for many months to come. So with the same blender, no need to wash the blender, continue to blend the rest of the ingredients, namely the Bombay onions, the ginger, the garlic, and this is the anchovies, the dried anchovies which I have washed. The anchovies that I bought are already deboned and gutted. So put all in. Then shrimp paste or belacan also go in, and a bit of water to help with the blending process. So you are going to blend it until it is smooth, silky, and creamy. So the consistency should be something like this. So okay, we are ready to cook our sambal. So the first thing we need to do is to heat up 2 cups of oil. You need this amount of oil to properly fry the paste, prevent burning, achieve the signature deep color and flavor, and act as a preservative for longer storage. We can remove the oil at the end of the cooking process. So pour our spice base all in. So we're going to stir fry it over medium heat for a total of 1.5 hours. We need to cook the sambal over this period of time to remove the raw pungent taste of the ingredients and to fry off the moisture, thus prolonging the shelf life and to develop a jam-like consistency. So half an hour later, you notice our sambal is a little bit drier. The water we have added during the blending process has evaporated. So we are going to, cover it, because initially it will be, you see a lot of eruptions and splattering due to the superheated water trapped within the oil-based paste expanding rapidly into steam. So cover your wok and periodically stir it using the cover as a shield. So then 1 hour later, it is a little bit more dry, and then we can see that it is time for us to add the seasonings. So which are the white sugar, the brown sugar. So I added brown sugar to impart a depth of flavor and to give our sambal a richer color. So other things we add will be the anchovies cube, just break it into smaller pieces. Then the tamarind paste to add tanginess to our sambal. And a little bit of salt. So just stir and mix everything together. At this point, you will notice that the sambal becomes more calm, no more eruptions, so you can lower the heat to medium-low and continue to stir it periodically. Then 1.5 hours later, our sambal looks something like this. This is the time to add our slivered Bombay onions. So just add it in and stir fry it for just about 2 minutes will do. You can see that this sambal is well cooked. It looks rich, thick, deep red and dark reddish brown with a glossy sheen where the oil has clearly separated and rises to the surface. It has well-balanced flavors like spiciness, sweetness, saltiness. It has full of umami and it tastes a nice sour taste. Yeah, a bit of sour taste. So it should look something like this, very nice and jammy. So the sambal is primarily used as a condiment for nasi lemak, foundation for dishes like fried rice, gado-gado, and is used to cook various curries and vegetable stir-fries, etc. So with a stash of this mother sambal, cooking nasi lemak is less daunting. Just have a bowl of rice, a few pieces of cucumber, a couple of slices of hard-boiled eggs. I also added fried anchovies and peanuts, which can be bought directly from the supermarket, or you can check my recipe on fried anchovies and peanuts in the description box below. Finish it off with a scoop of our delicious mother sambal. And just like this, our nasi lemak feast is ready. This sambal can last for about 2 weeks in the fridge or last for about 3 to 6 months in the freezer. When put inside the freezer, remember to divide it into smaller portions and store them in freezer-safe bags or containers. Do give this recipe a try. You can use this recipe to cook for your family or use it for the purpose of business. Thanks for stopping by, and as always, happy cooking!